Good afternoon, friends, and welcome to Rowena May Inspired. My name is Kelly. Here's our pal, Wilby. And if you see that red live button up at the top, that means you're catching us live, and I hope you are, because we are crafting today with the Vintage Country Crafting Friends Group in a specialty event featuring Crackle technique, and it's Miss Bernice from BB Crafts Specialty. So we are all crack-a-lack-and everything today. So come on in, say hello when you pop on so we know who's there.
I'll say hello to you.
Yeah, okay. Oh, shoot. Oh, hello, Mother. Hello, Miss Dolores. You guys, I'm laughing because Mother's sitting like 2 feet in front of me. Hello, Miss Dolores. You can glad you caught me live. Yes. Hello, Miss Mary and Miss Alita. Come on in, friends. We're gonna do some crack-a-lackin' today. Crack-a-lack. Let's light the positivity candle before we. Do you know about the positivity candle?
No, I guess I missed that.
This is our new positivity candle. Hello, Miss Lynn. It's actually a really nice candle.
Did someone send it to you?
No, no.
Oh.
It's a cinnamon spice candle from, it's from Dollar Tree for $5.
Oh.
And it's delightful. And I've been lighting it. We've been staying very positive in our
I like
lives.
that jar.
That's why I got it.
When it's empty.
You want the jar?
Yeah.
I got it because I like the jar.
Maybe I'll have to go buy one.
Oh, there's Aunt Anita. Yeah, so we got the positivity candle lit. It makes it very lovely down here. Very lovely. Okay, you guys. So, hello, Miss Teddy Bear, Miss Janice. Thank you, Miss Janice. So today is Crackle technique. Yes, you guys, just so you know, Mother is here. She's physically sitting like right here in front of me. She just got back from the UP, and I'm going to take her home when we're done crafting. Yay, Miss Cheryl!
Because I got thrown on the side of the road.
Because she got thrown off. My Aunt Anita threw her on the side of the road, and she tucked and rolled, and here she is. No. So, I'm going to take her home afterwards, but she's going to be here with me and Wilby while we craft in our Crackle event. So, let me put Wilby aside. So, tell me why it is. Hello, Miss... Oh, she was a drive-by.
I was.
Hello, Miss Vonda. So, tell me why none of you crafty friends have used the Pentart Fine Line Crackle today. I've been waiting for someone to bust it out. I know Miss Gina's talked about it, but nobody was brave enough, huh? Nobody wanted to just jump right in with the Pentart. Well, here we go. Hello, Miss Bernice. So, I took, I had some of these printable, not printable, well, there are prints that I got from, they came from Temu, okay? So what I did, I was going to bring one of these over here and I didn't. This is one of those wooden mason jars from Dollar Tree, and it said Season's Greetings. It had some glitter on it or whatever. Hello, Miss Doris. I decided to put some scrapbook paper on the back to cover, well, actually this would have been the front that has the glittery thing. So I covered the back with that. And then I just painted the sides, and I did a lot of this pre-live because this Crackle technique takes some time. Hello, Miss Carol Ruth. How are you, friend? Mother's here. So I put this really cool vintage Santa Claus on here. I thought it was really cool. So we're gonna do the fine line, the Pentart Fine Line Crackle technique on these. So this is a 2-part system. Has anybody ever tried this before? Hello, Miss Michelle. So I'm going to do it in steps because it does take a little bit of time, and so I've got a few things going here. I've been working on this all afternoon. So we're going to start out with, this has been all Mod Podge down here. It's not sealed, and I think I did some research because I've used this Crackle a couple times, but I'm still trying to get it down, the technique down. But one of the gals that I saw use it, she used some polyacrylic she put over it before she put the fine line Crackle on it, component 1, and I'm I don't know if I want to dare do that while in an event. So another time I will try that. So what I'm going to do is, this is a 2-part system, okay? So it has the Fine Line Crackle varnish, and it says number 1. So you want to make sure, hello, Miss Barb, Miss Mary, you want to make sure that you have a dry brush, okay? So if you've just washed brushes, you want to make sure that you have a dry brush, okay? Because sometimes I'll bring brushes down here and then, but take a dry brush, and then you're going to slather this on here. I'm not going to go all the way to the top because I'm going to cover that top part anyway. I'm going to get as close to his hat or go right over his hat, but we're going to do something different at the top there. I'm just going to go right across there and then just go straight down, okay? Now, I haven't found where there's anything about, you know, if you can, you know, can't go over it multiple times. It's just the thicker that you put it on, the longer it takes to dry. So that's why I have a couple, I mean, I've been working on this all afternoon to try to like be able to do steps without sitting here running the dryer all afternoon. So you guys, I was going to come home from the estate sales this morning and go live, but Miss Bernice, I didn't realize the event started at 10 a.m. So Miss Bernice was already live when I got home. So I had to hold off. Oh my gosh, you guys, I got so much stuff today. So much goodness. Oh, I posted the picture of the buttons. Right? You guys saw the buttons? I was so excited when I saw those buttons. I was like, I'm taking those. And I paid $1 for those buttons. $1. Okay, so obviously you can see this is like really super thick, right? I mean, you can see it. So what we're going to do is they suggest that you just let this sit. I mean, they even suggest you let it sit like all night long, right? Until the next day and then go back to it. However, let me show you, you can dry it. I know what buttons. Yes, you've seen those buttons. Yes, Pisty. And you were way too hard on yourself with your Crackle. You were way too hard on yourself. You did a fine job, friend. Okay, so you can take your heat tool. I'm not going to do the whole thing because we'll let it sit over here because I've got one that's already dry already. But I'm just going to show you. We'll get a little spot that's dry so you can see what you're looking for when you're using this, okay? So it's basically just going to go from white to, it's going to be clear. You're not going to see that anymore. Hello, Miss Darlia. So there's like multiple different ways to crackle. I think probably like the most like economical way to crackle is just to buy like regular old white glue. With all sales. First time for everything. I'm sitting here working on the house. No, not a dum-dum. You are not a dum-dum. You are not a dum-dum. So I think that I would say that the glue, like just like Jot glue or Elmer's glue is like the most economical. This is more like higher end because it's not cheap. Okay, so do you see that side over here? It's clear now, and over here still like the milky white. So you want this to be all like that before you go on to step 2. So I'm gonna set this over here. I'm gonna let Santa chill over here. And here is another one, okay? So this one I did earlier. So you see what I did at the top where I said I wasn't gonna worry about it, to make kind of like a faux looking, you know, because there's like, this is a mason jar. I took some cinnamon and Mod Podge and made it look like a rusty lid for it. It's not perfect. I just kind of, you know, arched it around his hat there. So that's that. So now this is all dry. This was put on like a few hours ago and I let it sit on its own, and then I did take the dryer to it just a little bit, but you can see it's kind of got a little shine to it. Now, if you wanted to, you probably could stop right here. I mean, it's sealed. Not that you're going to get that fine line crackle, but it is sealed. So if you were like, that's good enough. I quit. But now we're going to go in. Hello, Miss Polly. We're going to go in with the fine line crackle varnish step 2. Okay. And this is like an amber color. Okay. So you need to make sure you use a separate brush, and it also has to be dry. Okay. So I purchased this from I can't remember who I purchased this from, actually. You can't buy it just like, you can't just buy it in the store. You have to find somebody like a distributor or whatever. I can't remember who I got this from. Maybe Milton's daughter, maybe. A lot of people who sell like IOD stuff, they sell Pent Art as well. So anyway, you can order it. There's different kinds. There's just like, there's classic crackle varnish, and this is just considered the fine line. So we're just going to start putting this on here, okay? So we're going to make sure we have every spot covered that we put the step 1 on, okay? And I'm going to put it on, you know, pretty, not like super heavy, but this is where you're going to get the crackle, okay? So if you don't get it covered in all the spots, you won't get those crackles, and it looks really cool. Has everybody seen this before after it's been, after somebody's finished one of these? Have you guys seen it or ever watched anybody do this? Hello, Miss Rochelle. How are you, friend? I can't remember the first person I saw do this, but I thought it was really cool. And it, as much as you get in these bottles, these are 230 milliliters. I think there's a smaller, I know there's a smaller size that you can get. But I felt like if I was going to buy this, I was going to buy the bigger size because I thought, you've never seen it? Hello, Miss Cindy. Okay, so we had the first step on there. It was all dry. And then you go in with the second one. And again, their recommendation would be to just sit, just let this sit and come back the next day. But who wants to do that? I like immediate gratification. I can't be waiting another day. So wipe your brush off and just stick that over there because you're going to be done with that brush. And then we're going to take the dryer to it, okay? Again, like I said, they'll say recommend that you let it, you know, let me see if it even says on here. Notice? Well, it says user guide attached, but I don't know where that's at. I don't know. Somewhere. So we're just going to dry this. We're going to do a little dry. Now, it does take a little time because these, to get the crackle that you want, it does take time. So that's why I did some of these steps ahead of time because I didn't want to just be sitting here holding the heat tool the whole entire time. So let's talk about estate sales. So that lady at that first house I went to, first of all, I went yesterday to get milk glass because Mother and my sister has some pieces of milk glass. I have some pieces. My grandma died. She had a big collection. And so my mom and her sisters ended up with it. They split it, right? And then, of course, they had pieces anyway, right? You had pieces. And then, so this lady at this sale, she had a ton of milk glass. So I went to scope it out.
The hobnail, they don't make it anymore.
Wait, what?
Well, they don't. The hobnail, they don't make it anymore.
Oh, okay. So I gotta clarify. Okay. So there's milk glass, but there's the hobnail milk glass. Yeah. So you know that has a little bumps on it. Mm-hmm. That's what they collect. Mm-hmm. So she did have other milk glass as well, but it wasn't the bumpy. It wasn't the bumpy stuff. And it's a Fenton product. You guys know Fenton glass. So I went there with the purpose yesterday to scope it out. Well, they had some piece. Mother wanted the butter dish. She didn't have a butter dish. And that was there yesterday when I went at around, 3 o'clock. But I didn't want to wait. On Fridays, it's 25% off. So I got her that for 25% off. Today it would have been half off, but it was a risk. You know, it might have been sold. So I got that yesterday, but then today I went back and got, I don't even know how many pieces. My Aunt Anita wanted 2, so I got her 2. I got my sister 1 yesterday. Yeah, I don't know, I think I got like 6 or 8 pieces myself, so it was really nice, so. And then this lady had crafts galore. She must have been like a yo-yo maker, like the fabric yo-yos. Mm-hmm. She had yo-yos for days. Yeah, I don't know. Yo-yos. Hello. Oh, there's EY. Okay, you guys, let me hold this up real quick and show you what's happening, if you can see it. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it. Can you see that at all crackling on there? I don't know if I can get it where... Mom, can you see it in the camera?
Oh.
Can you guys see it at all? I don't know if you can see it yet.
Not really.
Okay, let me keep going. I can see it happening. I can see it happening. So anyway, just a ton of craft supplies. Like stuff from Hobby Lobby that she hadn't even opened. Actually, if we finish a little bit early, I can show you. Mother's got like a big bowl of things that I got. A big bowl of items. All right, we're just gonna we're gonna dry a little bit more, and then I have one that's totally dry that I'll bring over here. It's not on the mason jar because that wasn't my first plan, but I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like. I love this print. This was a Temu print. Isn't that pretty? I can show you guys. They came with, they're like 2 on a sheet, and you just cut them apart. They're just like sheets of paper. But I really like that look. All right, so I'll let this sit a little bit more. Okay. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see. It's really, like I said, it's fine line until we actually put the stuff over it. You might not be able to see it, but from here, you can see it's looking good. So let me set that aside and let me show you. This was the first one I did earlier when I started out. This is like a cutting board from Temu as well, and this is like a vintage snowman. But do you see up close? Do you see the crackles in it? Right in his face where I put like a varnish on it. Mm-hmm. Okay, so what I'm going to use, and I'm trying to figure out this process because right now it kind of looks like I don't know, like waxy all over it. And I think when I watched the lady earlier, she said that you could take like some sealer and put over the top of it. Then that makes that your the stuff you put in the fine lines, which we're going to use this antique paste that also comes from Pentart. You can use mica powders. I got some mica powders, but they're not really dark. They're like a gold, silver, like bronze color. So I don't know how well those would look in here. I would rather have something that's more like dark. So I'm going to show you, like I only did up here. Like I did up here. Can you see that where it's dark, but you can't see it down here because I didn't do it down there yet. So I'm just going to use my finger and just put my finger in here. So it's kind of like the Chalk Teak dark paste wax. I mean, it might even work the same way. And I'm just going to kind of gently just rub my finger across there. And it puts that paste down into those cracks. And those cracks kind of come alive. Hello, Miss Sandy. How are you, friend? How are you doing? So we're just, right now we're looking like we're making a dirty-faced snowman. He's looking kind of dirty-faced.
He looks like he's on the side of the road.
He's kind of dirty. All right. Like I said, I'm still trying to figure out this part of it because when I've done it before, I haven't been happy with like not being able to see the cracks as well as I would hope. But I think it's just figuring out the actual, okay, before I wipe it, and you see his dirty face, but you can see how the cracks are showing up now because I pushed that down into those little cracks. Yeah. All right, so I'm just going to I think they said you could use like a soft cloth or whatever just to wipe the excess off. I'm just using a Kleenex. I mean, I'm sure there's better things to use, but I'm just using a little Kleenex. So it just makes it look like you have like an old, like cracked. You guys see it? And I think it looks really cool. All right, so we're going to do a little bit more on here because obviously I didn't do all of this. This whole side over here, I just did that very top part so I could show you. Now, right over here is a little, I don't know, a little goop of mess up something. I don't know when I was putting it on earlier, it messed up. But this is just a cutting board I got from Temu, and it was like a 5-pack, and I just decided to put this little snowman on it, kind of a vintage looking snowman. So basically you're just taking your crackles that you created with your two-step system, and you're defining them by putting this, this is called umber, I think. Let me see. I think that's the color. I thought it said it on here somewhere. I don't know. Somewhere, oh, maybe it's the lid. Hold on. Yeah. Oh, it's umbra. Bruh. It's umbra. I thought it was umber, but it's umbra. So you can, I ordered that at the same time. All right, so we're just gonna keep putting these in here. Now, what I did see was when I watched another creator do, it was like a YouTube video. She had that, I told you, she had some mica paste, or mica powder, that was like a, I think it was like maybe Dixie Belle, or it was something where it was called like, I don't know, it seemed like it had like dirty, like it was a dirty, like something that you could grunge up, that actually helped define these lines a lot more. And I was like, oh, maybe I need to invest in some of that. But I hate to spend, you know, too much on it. It's not like I use this all the time, but it's a nice way to make things look aged. You can put this on a lot of different things and make it look cool. And I think what we'll do here on this one is we'll actually go over it. We'll seal it. We'll see what happens when we try to seal it with like Mod Podge. We'll just see. I mean, if it ruins it, lesson learned, right? Lesson learned. So down here at the bottom, this paint that I used on here, maybe not be your favorite color paint. So you can see those crackles down there in the bottom. With that going in there. This paint is called Deco Art Americana Hauser Light Green. I thought it was kind of cool with the background of this, and so I just wanted to use a green, so I just pulled out a green, and that was the one I pulled out. And I thought, well, it's different. It's a different color, but... So another little tip that I learned from just doing this is that you don't want to push super hard on your cracks. Push hard on your crack. Because they said you could actually like push those like because they're really shallow. I guess they're not really deep cracks. They're just shallow cracks. I don't know. That's just what they say. Isn't that a nice looking antique kind of green, like the 70s? What was that? What was the olive green? Was that what it was? Avocado green. Avocado green. All right, so you can see across that side over there. Can you see all that in there? Okay. So let me go around a little bit more, because once we seal it, we're not going to be able to do any more. So what I did to this board when I started out this morning is I painted it on both sides. I painted the back as well. I distressed the edges, and then I put the printable on it, and then we did the two-step process. And like I said, I just let it sit. I dried this one because I was trying to get it done. So I had one done, and then I went on to these other two with the mason jars. Yeah. So it's kind of like a patience process, like, you know, like Crackle is. It's a patience process. You kind of just got to take your time and work through it and get all of the parts defined. You see that up at the top there? How well you can see it in the light. Any of the crackles that we put in there. There's a glob of glue at the top there. There's a glob of glue. All right, let me see if we got everything covered now. Because if we did. Now, they're hard to see up here in the black. Love the printable. How was the sale today? Oh, Miss Sherry, it was great. And I said if we finish early here, I'm going to show you some of the things I got. I'm going to do a little bit more on this face, because that's where it's white, and that's where those crackles are that I really would like to define a little bit better. Some of them I just can't get it to want to be in it, but it's actually looking pretty good. Now down here, I wish it could be a little bit better. It's not wanting to like grab into those, and I don't know. That's just you have to trial and error kind of thing, I guess. I don't know. Some of those spots just don't want to, maybe I don't know, they sat long enough, but maybe it's just not wanting to grab into those little cracks. But I can see them. I don't know how well you can see. Can you see sideways the cracks? It's hard to see, but they're there. I can see. Do you see them?
On the forehead, you can really see
them.
them.
You can really see them. That's what I was trying to see on the white.
But you can see it on the black too.
Can you see it on the black?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think that's really cool. So I'm gonna I think we've got it all wiped good enough where I'm gonna see about, let's try to seal it with some Mod Podge and just see what it does. I don't know what it's gonna do. Hold on, let me get a wipe. So I'm gonna wipe my, you love the printable. This printable was a set from Temu. I went through all my little things. Okay, so you get your finger a little dirty from that, but let's see what we can do with the Mod Podge here and seal this up. All right, let's see what it does. I don't know. We're gonna find out together. I've not done this before. He's so cute. You like him? All right, here we go, you guys. Seal it up. I don't know what it's gonna do. We'll see what it does. I have a clue. I'm just gonna do the whole thing since we're doing the one part. We might as well do the whole handle because it's gonna look silly if you don't, right? So the second sale I went to today was much smaller. I'm surprised they even had a third day. It was very small. I got a few things. I got a couple teacups because we're doing a teacup event here soon, and I got a cute little kids, it was a little girl's, a little rocking chair. Your husband may be listening about it. I know, right? I know, he probably is. He's probably like, Mother, from now on I have to send all my Temu orders to your house. Oh, shoot. But I was at this sale and I was, you receive a notification, Miss Leona. Do you have what's it called? What's the notification? Telegram. Yes. Thanks, Mother. I sent out the telegram. If you have Telegram, that's probably the best way to get notified.
Where's Kathy?
I don't know. Where is Kathy today?
Maybe I should send her a message.
You should send her a message. You should.
Yeah.
She said she would send you a message. You should send her a message. Where's Kathy? I haven't seen Miss Debbie either. So I'm in the house looking at things, and I can hear. Well, when I pulled in, I could see that this house was like right on the corner by a Catholic church. That's also like they have an elementary school associated with the Catholic church there. And I saw a bunch of people in the parking lot, and I saw like a band, and I was like, oh, maybe they're going to a band concert. Well, then all of a sudden the band started playing. It got really loud, and like all of a sudden here they come down the street. And they had like this, well, it was like 2 or 3, I don't know if they were priests or somebody. They had their robes on, and they were walking, and the band was playing, and what else? They had like kind of like a shrine thing. I think it had to do with Hispanic Heritage Month, but I don't know. But they were quite entertaining coming down the street. So we were like, well, if you were asleep, you aren't now because the band woke you up. Because they were loud. Oh, this is looking really like old now. This is looking really cool. I think this is looking really cool. Maybe it'll help see the cracks a little bit more. I don't know. I like it looking in person. I like it. So around the edge of the print where it's dark, that's chalk teeth. That's the dark paste wax that I use on pretty much, all my crafts. All right, you guys, check this out. I kind of like this. I like it. Let me get this wad of Mod Podge out of the handle. right there. Okay. All right, check it out. You guys see it? I think it looks really good. What do you think, Mother?
It shows up good.
Does it show up good?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it sealed it in there. And like I said, down here at the bottom where that is, it didn't get into the cracks. And I can tell that the cracks up here on his face are they're like spread out further. I don't know what it's like a trial and error kind of thing though. That one up here is definitely spread out further, so there was a place for stuff to go. So I don't know if that's why you didn't get them there, but I think that looks really cool. So let's go back to Frosty here. Let me do a little bit more drying on Frosty, because then we can do the step 2 on Frosty so that we can see if we can get this to be a little bit, if we can get this one to crackle good. Let me see. So it feels dry, but it may not be really dry. So that's probably why they say let it sit. let it sit overnight. This has a lot of really pretty cracks in it. So we'll see if we can give it just another minute or so. I know it's annoying with the heat tool. So this one, I did some beige paper on the back, and it looked a little grungy. And then the sides I painted with sandstone. And then I did grunge with the chalk teak, dark paste wax, to give it more of like the distress, how I distressed the sides of it. And then, I said I took the cinnamon on the top here and made it look like kind of like a rusty lid for the jar. And these are just Dollar Tree. These are Dollar Tree wood. I've had these over here for a couple years. I wanted a smaller surface to work on because of the length of time it takes to dry everything. If you do something like a big print on a surface, it's going to take a lot longer to dry. Okay, so we did the second step on this one. So now let's go in with our Umbra again and see. You know what? Let's try a little bit of this gold mica paste. Let's try gold on this one. Let's just see if it works. I don't know. I've never tried this before. I just said you could use mica paste, and or mica powder. I don't know. It's light, so we'll see. So this came from Hobby Lobby. I really want to get some darker. Like I said, I don't know what that. Oh, look at it. It's all powdery. Hence mica powder. All right, so let's take a little brush here and just see. I don't know if how this is going to be, you guys. Has anybody ever used mica powders before? You guys used them? I know you can use them in like, what's it called? Pouring, what's it called? Where you pour stuff. Resin. That's the word.
You mean this?
Yes. Yeah, you can put it in I've seen people put it in the bottom of like a mold for resin and then pour the resin, and then it's like on. This is kind of cool, you guys. This is going down in the cracks. I can see it. You have and you love them? Well, this is my first time. My first time, and what I'm seeing right now, if it's really as good as it, like if when I like dust it off, if it's really down in there like it looks like it is, it's gonna be cool. All right, I'm gonna kind of just dust it down because I think you can see where it's going. I mean, you probably can't see it yet, but I'm just kind of like gently, I use my word splotch, kind of pushing it, but not like pressing it. Oh, this is looking really cool. Oh, I like this. I like this. You got some, but you never used it. You don't know how. Well, Miss Devano, it's not hard, but YouTube is a miracle. Is great. It's a great tool for just putting in pen art. If you go to YouTube and put in pen art, fine line Crackle, or whatever you have, classic Crackle, and they have people that like are probably very well. Oh, you guys, this is looking so good. Love this gold. Okay, hold on. Just making sure I got it down in all of those little cracks. When my son was little, Mom, I gotta tell him the blue crack story. Do you remember that? Mm-hmm. Mother's very tired over here, so she's not very chipper today because she's very tired. She just came from the UP, which is how long of a drive?
Probably 6 hours.
Yeah, she's been in the car, and remember, she's been
for 11 days.
She's been around the world.
Yeah.
Okay, can you guys see that? Can you see it? I don't know how well you can see it with the bright light. Oh my gosh, Mom, you see it? Look at it like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, now I'm gonna dust off, like, kind of just go down and dust off any of this like heavy, and then we're gonna. I don't even know. I mean, I don't even know if I want to put. Oh, Eli says hi, Grandma.
I said hi to her
Oh,
earlier.
she must not have seen you. All right, can you guys see the gold in there? Oh my gosh, I don't know how well you can see the gold, but this looks so good. Can you see the gold in there on the pic? I don't know. Oh wait, maybe like right there. Can you see it? That looks so stinking good.
I can see it on the screen.
Now I'm kind of scared to put the Umbra over it, because what if it like makes it ugly? This is so pretty. Okay, let's try it.
What the heck?
Let's try it. Let's do a little bit. Thank you, Miss Sandy. Let me do it down here in the corner. Let me just see what it does. If it...
I have to go get my sweatshirt.
Oh, Mother's cold.
I am.
Is there one? No, I put it on. I was going to say, is there one down here? All right, let me use... I just did it down here in the corner just to see if it made a difference. It might not even make a difference now. You know what? I almost don't even want to put that on there. Hold on, I'm going to put a little bit more of that gold on there to see if I can... Because it almost like hit it. Yeah, I don't think I want to put that on there, you guys. Yeah, I don't like, I want to just leave that one. Okay, hold on. I'm fixing it. That was, yeah, I don't love that. Can you see that corner? Oh, yeah, you can see it right there. See what it did to it? So it did that to it. But I don't think it's not, I don't know. Should I continue to cover it? What do you think? It might just leave that gold sheen over the whole thing like that. You see that? Yeah. What do you think?
I like it without it.
I do too. But now that I put it on the corner, I kind of feel silly, like leaving it. But I mean, I guess it is what it is because the wax is there. And they did say you could take some, you love the stuff that's great vintage age look. Yes. So I think I'm just going to leave that. I'm going to leave that like that. Oh, I like that. So maybe we'll try, so I've got the silver and I've got a bronze. Let's work on Santa. Let's work on Santa. So Santa has he has layer 1. He has fine line 1. So we got to do fine line 2 on him, okay? I really like that. I don't know how. I think when I can take a picture of it, you'll be able to. Yeah, I'm going to leave it. But I think this would be cool if I do maybe silver on him. Trial and error. Bronze is the best. Oh, okay. Miss Sandy says bronze is the best, and she knows because she's used it first. So we'll do bronze on Santa. Why not? Santa has this paper on the back of him, and it was just, I mean, you could make this a 2-sided if you wanted to. I just wanted to cover this with something. I didn't want to paint it. So, all right, we need another brush. So you're going to lose a lot of brushes when you do this because, I mean, if you do multiple, because you got to use a dry brush when you do this. You like the bronze too? Okay, we're gonna use bronze. All right, so here's Santa. This again is a Temu printable. Okay. I've got all this mica powder everywhere. Whoopsies. All right, so we're gonna go in with the 2. With the 2, and the reason why I have like multiple, things going here is because I was trying to show steps of like one was done, minus the umbra at the end, and then one was like had 1 coat on it because of the time factor. So like I said, they do recommend that you let it sit longer than your craft time, but it's all good. You can accelerate the process with the heat tool. It's fine. It's fine. So I'm taking Mother home after we're done here. Up next is Miss Joy with Treasures of Joy. She'll be up next, and this is a specialty event. Miss Bernice from BB Crafts specialty, she selected, it was Crackle. So you're seeing all the crafters are crackling. They're all crack-a-lacking something today, and this is what I chose to do. Oh, Miss Devonna, I still gotta set that up. I don't have that set up yet. One of you crafty people needs to show me how to do that. I don't know how to do it. Hello there, oh my, how are you? If you just joined us, this is what we're doing. We did the fine line, Pentart Fine Line Crackle, and we did this really cute snowman. I think you guys can see the cracks with the gold, can't you? I think you can. That looks really cool. I love that print. I love him. All right, so we're gonna dry Santa. What time is it? Yeah, 20 minutes. A little vintage Santa. He's cool looking. Just joining you. That looks great. Where did you get that print? So these prints came from, let me see if I can reach them over here. They came from Temu. Let me see if I can grab it. I'll keep drying while I grab them. They're in here. Yeah. So they came in a set like this. So there's like 2 on a page, and there's all different ones. So there's like the snowman, they're kind of like maybe, like a little like Victorian-ish. Oh, this one's pretty. There's all different ones. So that's what these are from. The other side of that one of these was this right here. This was a Christmas tree. That would be really pretty with the gold on it. And then there's this one right here. So yeah, those were from Temu. All right, like I said, it does take a little bit of time here to get this all dried. Did you do a video of your estate sale finds? So I did do a recording. I was gonna do a live, but we were by the time I got done, we were already in the event for today, so I had to hold off. And if we finish a little bit early, I can kind of show you some of the things I got. I did post a video of the buttons because or a reel of the buttons. Let's see. I think that's pretty good. Now, I think the longer you go, the more you'll get. But I don't know either. Like, it feels dry, but it's probably not like dry, like if you let it set overnight. Okay? If you let it set overnight. Okay, so before we go on to do that powder, I'm going to show you what I did at the top here. I just took some Mod Podge. I have my little cinnamon jar of Mod Podge. This is what I use for my cinnamon. It's all cinnamony, so you don't double dip. It was a lot of buttons, wasn't it? For $1. $1. That's why I got so excited when I saw them. I was like, oh, look at these buttons. I never pass up buttons. Now, I take that back. I did pass up some today that were like really big and white, and they were like ugly. Because I was like, what am I going to do with these? They were more like kitty looking buttons, like kitty, you know, not like kitty cat, but like kids, kids buttons kind of things. Like, I don't know. All right, so put a bunch of Mod Podge on the top there. Get your cinnamon plate. And then just slap some cinnamon down there, okay? And then just take a brush that doesn't have anything on it and then just brush it back to where your Mod Podge was, your Mod Podge line, okay? So it looks like that. And then you just seal up your, well, no, I'm going to use that. Don't seal it up. Don't seal it up. Yeah, I was thinking the event started at 11. I was like, oh, I've got time. And then I got home and I was like, oh no, Miss Bernice is already live. So yeah, I was like, okay, I'll just record some of the stuff that I got. All right, so let's take our Mod Podge brush again and then just go right over gently. Don't pull your cinnamon up. If you go right over it, that's why I keep a little bit in this container. Then if I double dip and it only gets into that and it doesn't contaminate the whole jar, because I'm notorious for that. And then everything's got cinnamon on it, which isn't a bad thing, but really might not always be a good thing either. All right, so let's try this. Hello, Christina. How are you, friend? All right, you should be done with that now. Now, I've taken, with these mason jars, I've taken, like one of these metal things from the sheet pans from Dollar Tree and just cut out a piece of it and put it in there to make it look like the metal lid. And then you can put the, cinnamon on it if you want. This time I just decided to just do that very top. I didn't want to go over his hat. But here's what it does to it. It just gives it like a little rusty, you know, a look at the top. Oh, look. All right. Now, that one we didn't put on anything. So let's get, you said bronze, right? All right, let's try bronze. These are from Hobby Lobby. And if you're looking for these in the Hobby Lobby, I was so proud of myself. I found them myself. I was looking for somebody to ask, but they're never around. So, they're over in like the paintbrush section. And those, it's not like the crafting paint. It's like the artist paint, you know, the fancy, expensive stuff. Okay, so let's try the bronze on Santa. All right, I hope it looks good. I don't know. Can't tell. I hope we get it in the cracks. I can't tell right now. I can't tell. I think it's getting in there. Hello, Mr. Ralph. It is very pretty. I hope it's actually in the cracks. We'll soon figure it out when we get it all on here to see if it went into our crackles. Oh, I think it did right there in his beard. Oh, that looks good. That looks so good, you guys. I'm loving this. Whoops, that's probably a lot. That was a lot. You don't need to dip your brush so far down into the powder. Do you see all that powder? Here, I'm going to have to drag that. We'll have to drag that away across here. Ooh, that's looking good. Okay, I'm kind of like I said, I splotching it. I'm pouncing the brush a little bit just to make sure it's kind of down in. I don't think you really want to until you get it down in. Do you see it in the air?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a little flex of
your nose.
Of my nose. All right, he's pretty covered right now, you guys. We gotta see what happens when I go to wipe it back. Let's see. gonna see if I can wipe it back into the jar, okay? Is that a bad thing? You guys think that's a bad thing? Oh, it's looking good, you guys. Oh my gosh. I don't know if it's a bad thing or not, but I'm trying to just put some back into the jar.
Kathy just responded to me.
Where's she at?
She fell asleep.
Oh, Kathy.
She goes, oh no, I fell asleep.
Oh my gosh, you guys, hold on. I got a lot of it in the jar. Okay, you guys ready? You can use...
Oh my goodness.
Oh, you know what? I almost thought about going upstairs and getting eyeshadow. I almost did. Did you see what Miss Sandy said?
Yeah.
But then I was like, I don't know if that'll work or not. So good to know. Good to know. Okay, you guys ready? Are you ready? Okay, I'm just gently wiping back. Now, this crackled a little bit different this time. And maybe because I rushed it, but look at this. Can you guys see it?
It is pretty.
You can see like right there, there's like a big spot of it. I don't know why but do you see down here on like right along here where it dried a little bit, probably when it dried a little bit fast, you see those kind of bigger pieces? It does, doesn't it? It does look so, you know, I wouldn't imagine it looking so good, but man, both of these look so good, you guys. So that was the mica powder from Hobby Lobby. We used the bronze and the gold, and there's a silver as well. But there's other kinds, and like Miss Sandy said, you could actually use eyeshadow. Isn't that cool? Okay, so let's do a little finishing on these. Let's see, we got 10 minutes. I feel like there's like dust galore. Okay, I'm going to take some twine. I'm just going to tie some twine like right around the top here. Kind of like right at the, oh my gosh, my hands are so like, my hands are so covered with metallic and all kinds of things. I'm going to take some hot glue and put it.
Kathy's with us now.
Miss Kathy, did you have a nice little cat nap? Oh, Miss Carol T, I used Pentart Fine Line Crackle, the 2-step. Miss Carol, are you back from your adventure? I'll leave it at that. You can say yes or no. Oh, shoot. Carol is going on an adventure today. All right, I'm just going to tie some twine around here few times. Okay, look, it's getting kind of crooked. Let's get it straightened up here. It's going to go over his head a little bit. I'm just going to try to keep it. There we go. All right, so we're just going to tie that in the back. Kind of. Okay, we're just going to glue that down there to the back, just to put a little something around the rim. Miss Debbie woke you up. Mother said she messaged you. She's like, I'm messaging her. I'm like, yes, message her. Because Mother's here, Kathy. Mother's here in the house. She's sitting right across from me. I'm going to take her home as soon as we're done. All right, so there's some twine just right around the edge there. And then I've got this greenery. I bought this wreath at... I was going to buy this one wreath that this one crafter said, Debbie and Mother woke you up. I bought this wreath at Hobby Lobby for $4.50.
It's cute. That's
like, and I'm going to cut it up, okay? So it's cute, but I'm cutting it up. So I took two little pieces, like two little, Carol Road looks like the Rockets. Did you hear, Mother? Jace. Gosh. Take you anywhere. All right, I'm going to glue those right on there like so. Like so. So there was a crafter that I watched. She always uses this one greenery. She says, I buy this wreath and then I use it all year round. Well, the wreath was like $50, but then it was like half off. But I'm like, I don't want to spend $25. Hello, Miss Jennifer. How are you, friend? So I was cheap and I bought the one that was, how much did I say I paid for it? $4.50. It's much better than $25. And it's just green. The other stuff that person was using was like, it was like kind of frosted. It was really nice wreath for, you know, but it was also really big. This is a smaller like mini version. Okay, so there's some greenery around there. So we got to put something in the middle. What do we want to put in the middle? What do you guys think? I'm going to wrap some around. If you're just joining me, here's the Santa one we just did. Oh, I love him with that bronze. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to fix this. Is coming off back here a little bit. My Mod Podge isn't holding on my scrapbook paper. We did scrapbook paper on the back just to finish it. And you could do a two-sided. We could put something back there for two-sided. So yes, this event today is a Vintage Country Crafting Friends group, and it's a specialty event for Miss Bernice, BB Crafts. And make sure you're following Miss Bernice. She's always looking for new friends, as we all are. And she's a great lady. And Miss Michelle was on earlier when Miss Michelle and Miss Bernice are a duo there. Miss Michelle, I think we're gonna have to go to her house. Mother, you gotta go watch Miss Michelle's watch her live, but watch the end of her live when she goes out in her yard and shows like how much fun we could have in her yard instead of going to a hotel. Oh, you finally got power. Oh, you finally got power the night before last. Still no Wi-Fi for a couple weeks. Well, I'm glad you're getting somewhat back to I don't want to say normal, but you know, getting your utilities back. Okay, I'm gonna cut a couple more pieces of this off here. Yeah, they said we could have an event at her house. We could just be outside, and she has like two like koi ponds. Oh my gosh, it's almost like a little retreat thing. She's got a little oasis out in the middle of nowhere. It looks so.
Oh my says berries, and Devonna says a rusty bell.
Oh well, we could do berries on one and a rusty bell on another. How's that? We could. All right, I'm gonna put the greenery on this side. Where did you say you got the wreath and greenery? Hobby Lobby. It looks like this. It's got like those little, I don't know, those little berries in there, and it's, you know, it was $8.99, but it was for
Christmas is half off.
$4.50. Yeah. It's so weird that Christmas is half off,
but fall is 40.
Fall is 40. Right. Why is that?
We commented on that too.
Why is that? Oh, okay. Here's something. Has anybody ever worked at Hobby Lobby to help me understand this? I don't understand their inventory system. Okay, so if I go in and I buy, like, hypothetically, if I went in and bought like 10 bottles of paint because I'm doing a dotting class and I feel like I need more of the Deco Art paint because that's the kind Lee uses. And they just take all the paints and they just line them up that they're all the same, so they're all the same price, and they just put in 99 or 16 or 10 paints. 10 bottles of paint. I didn't buy 16. No, I want to use rusty. 10 bottles of paint at 99 cents each. How do you do an inventory when you just literally bring up everything under the same SKU? You don't, or don't even use a SKU. You just, maybe just one little bell like that. That would be cute. I don't get that, you guys. I don't know how do they inventory their stuff when they do it like that? Because you're just literally just putting in like one. Edna's upstairs crying at the top of the stairs because Mom's down here.
She wants me.
She'll want me. She wants Mom. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't get that. I don't know how they do inventory on things when they just bring up everything under one. Just 99 cents for paint or whatever section it is. It's just weird to me that.
Hey, I forgot to show you this before we came across the bridge. I took a picture.
Oh, Mother. Here, you guys, I gotta show you this. Mother, we did that at Home Depot. Isn't it weird? How do you do inventory? Okay, look where Mother went. Kathy, look.
I didn't go there.
She went by it.
We stopped.
She stopped to see Norman on the way. Mother. See, that's where she gets her name from.
I don't even know.
Okay, look. I think it's just simple, just like that. Hobby Lobby owner thinks barcodes are the mark. Oh, goodness. They are so outdated. Those silly price tags are annoying. Well, then the girl tried to like not give me the 40% off on the, I bought like 2 pieces of cardstock and I was like, wait. Miss Jennifer said she loves the Bates Motel.
No.
I was like, where's my 40% off on this paper? She goes, oh, I didn't know. And then she had to ask a girl, so I wasn't going to get the 40% off on my paper. So, I wish they just would scan. Just scan it. Just scan it. I don't know if I like those berries. Yeah, I'm looking, what time do we have? We've got 2 minutes, you guys. Miss Joy is up next. Here's what I really like right here. Miss Joy is up next, so make sure that you refresh. You guys, these are really cool Hobby Lobby frosted ones. I'm just going to take one of those and put on.
Ramona wants to know where the Bates Motel is.
It's up in the UP, right?
It's in St. Ignace.
St. Ignace, which is right when you
Just
go over
the bridge.
Mackinac Bridge. It's like right there. Right there. All right, I think I'll put a couple of these berries on here. Maybe I'll do 2 or 3. The same exact item can have 2 different prices and they won't adjust it. Oh, yeah, right? I know. You got to watch them. You got to watch those. I've seen that. What'd you say?
I said I like those berries.
Aren't these berries cool?
Uh-huh.
All right. I think I got to put 3 on here because, you know, you guys will go crazy if I don't, but they're kind of big. It would automatically multiply the skew. Wait, what's that? What? Like, what? What? Well, I know, but the thing is, every paint color has a different skew, right? So if you just put in, yeah, I have 10 paints. They don't even know what color paints. So that's why their inventory stinks. Oh my gosh, it's 6 o'clock. I gotta go. I gotta stop. Look, real quick. Go check out Miss Joy. You guys, thank you so much for being here with me and Mother tonight. I like those berries are Hobby Lobby. I hope you guys enjoyed this and maybe give Pent Art a try sometime. So you guys, thank you so much for being here. Go refresh your screen and go check out Miss Joy. Thank you guys so much. Have a great night. Bye-bye.